Woodland traffic, part 861, flight going 1 part.
So this is telling us we're almost 12 miles from Aurora?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow, right into the sun, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, traffic, Cherokee,
We're
6 November,
hit the sun the other morning, too. Like, where's the airport? Actually, it's a little bit off this time, so not exactly into the...
All right.
So now we're since we're coming in, I mean, we're almost on file, so we would kind of do a
well, yeah. How
crosswind?
so if you're going to land on 3-5, what's the plan here?
I mean, we could come in, go out and come in at a crosswind, or we could come in at an upwind.
The upwind isn't really that standard. I would probably shy away from doing an upwind. Now, be careful. If you turn it right on me, that's been your theme of the day here.
I know, okay, I was just thinking of maybe trying to get over there instead of...
What I would do, honestly, that's the safest bet, is cross midfield above the pattern altitude.
Okay.
Which I would do about 500 feet or 1,000 feet above the pattern altitude.
So, or 20...
I'd stay at 2,200.
Okay.
Cross over, go beyond it a little ways, and then hang a right and do a kind of a teardrop into the downwind. Yep.
Okay.
And then think about your frequency. You got a little time on your hands, so you probably want to listen to what the weather's doing.
Woodland traffic,
Get tuned in with that.
Oh, did it flip it?
I switched to Skydive Oregon.
Oh.
So that's Aurora in the active, but then you want to listen to the weather. So don't flip it.
Okay.
I wouldn't flip it.
I'll leave it there, and then it's 118, 525.
Yep, 1852. There we go, and then we can just, here's a trick. I don't want to completely confuse you, but if you push the MON button, monitor, that listens to both.
Oh, yeah?
Aurora State
But
Airport,
if somebody says something on that one, it blocks
Automated
that
weather
one.
observation 0001 Zulu. Wind calm.
Wind
Visibility 1. Sky condition clear. Temperature 08 Celsius. Dew point minus 02
So if the wind's
Celsius.
calm like that...
Altimeter 3022.
3022.
Remarks. Density altitude minus 800.
Cool.
So if the wind is calm like that,
Airport,
is it just arbitrary that people
Automated
land
weather
on 35?
observation.
But
0002.
Aurora, the calm wind is 3.5, and you can look that up on like the website for the airport, or it's common knowledge amongst pilots.
Okay.
But no, technically, if you landed on 17, that wouldn't be wrong. But you, again, what everybody else is using too is kind of what you want to use, right? So cool.
So we're about 8 miles out. So I'll give them a call. Yep. When we get a little closer, I think about 5 miles.
Sure.
Aurora traffic Cessna 16058, about 5 miles to the east. We'll be crossing runway, crossing midfield, east to west.
For a left downwind.
Entering a left downwind for runway 35 Aurora.
Good.
3,000 feet.
Oops, 2,000 feet.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
If you haven't figured it out yet, it doesn't fly straight.
I thought it was me that doesn't fly
No,
straight.
It's airplane. If you had 12,788 hours on you, you wouldn't fly straight either.
I think I do have that many.
Well, that's probably like
3 miles east of the field.
a year in the air.
Tell me east
What is
to
that in
west,
the air?
and
How
south
many
of the field at
hours are in a
500
year?
for left downwind. Entry for 33.
24 times 365.
Yeah, 24 times 365.
Except on a leap year, and then you get an extra 24.
About a year and a half this airplane has been in the air since it was new. There's 8,760 hours in a year.
And we'll be turning...
So this guy's been in the air almost 2 years.
When this thing, it just sort of smacked right down in the middle of the, I mean, the point for the GPS is right in the middle of the runway.
Uh-huh.
And are these 2 points that's
Extended
1.7
runways.
and 2, that's the beginning of each side runway?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Kinda
slick.
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it even tells you what runway
When
it is.
you're on it, it'll even give you vertical guidance when you're on it. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 49194, approximately 8 miles to the northwest. Maneuvering for left downwind, runway 33 Aurora.
3 miles to the west?
3 to the west, yeah.
So he's coming in at us.
Yes,
we're on
so
a
I would
collision course.
stay at this altitude for now.
Okay.
Until you see him. Or you hear that he's on a downwind. Because you know he's probably not going to enter the downwind or the 45 at this altitude. So good eye, good. You're really listening, paying attention. That's good. 3 to the west.
And we're right over the airport, essentially.
Yep. So yeah, then, yep.
We're area traffic helicopter 4179 Tango, that's the helipad's at alignment.
So how far out should I go?
I would wait, at least till you cross I-5 here.
Okay.
And I'd like to hear another radio call from that fellow that was 3 miles out.
Yeah. We still need to lose about 1,000 feet too to get into the pattern, so.
Yep. You can also ask him, you can say traffic to the west of Aurora, what is your position?
Yeah, should I?
Yep, you can do that.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058. Traffic to the west, what is your position, Aurora?
194 is approximately 7 miles to the northwest, descending through 2,800. We'll be entering the left 45, runway 33.
It's not the same guy, is it?
It might be, yeah, I don't know, maybe you said 13 miles, so, alright, cool.
So we can start dropping it.
I would, yep, start pulling the power back a little bit, work your way down to 1,200 feet.
Mistake, it's actually runway 35, 194.
Crossing the runway here, pal.
I would get down earlier than this. You don't want to drop into the path. There you go. Pull a little bit of carbeat if you're going to be at those low power sets.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 49er 194, approximately 1/2 mile north of the river. Entering a left downwind, runway 31, or runway 35, Aurora.
Now let's say what we're doing.
We're just on a 45?
Yep.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, entering left 45, downwind for runway 35. Aurora.
And now
Okay, we're almost at 1,200.
So be ahead of the airplane. Don't wait till 1,200 to level out.
We're just the DEMA numbers 17 on a left downwind for 35 Aurora.
So add some power in. Come on, Brett. Let's go.
All right, looking
Let's
for
level
it.
off at 1,200 feet. Raise your nose. Gotta be in. You fly it. Don't let it fly you. And now we'll get our carby back in. Let's be in control of the airplane.
Aurora area traffic helicopter
Can't be that slow to react. You can't crater below your altitude.
All right. To the north, Aurora.
We're in the white. Car beat out. 15. 1,002, 1,003, 1,004. Trim. We're a little close to the runway there. 15 here.
Aurora.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, turning final for runway 35, Aurora.
Birdies. Now, since you see a lineup of planes, it wouldn't hurt to say 05A is on short final, 35 at Aurora.
Just says it.
Yep.
Aurora, Cessna 16058 on a short final for runway 35, Aurora.
Good. Just to tell everybody what's up.
Aurora traffic helicopter 4179 Tango is downwind for the helipad on the east side of the runway.
Car beat in. Throttle full power. Oops, nope, sorry.
49194
Left side, your
left
time.
base.
Nobody's got to
35, Aurora.
Okay, now full power.
A little wheelie time. There you go. That was a nice takeoff. Very good. Cool. That's good. That was a good landing.
Yeah, it felt good.
Very, very good. Yeah, you were right on the money.
Climb out at 70. A little slower here than I'd like to have been.
All right, it's easy to fix. Just turn it downhill. There you go.
Yeah. Good trick.
Yep.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058 on final for runway 35 Aurora.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 49194, turning left base, runway 35, low approach only, Aurora.
What approach? Low approach?
Low approach. She's going to do a core. Nice and relaxed, man. It's chilling.
It felt pretty good.
Yeah. Now you're just showing off.
I was going to say, not on the center line now.
No, but that was really smooth. That was nice. Let's do a full stop, just to take your time.
Low approach only, Aurora.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, clear of runway 35 Aurora.
Cool. All right, we're all cleaned up, good to go. Cool.
Should be good.
And I just do this every once in a while just to mix it up, so now we'll taxi back. You just get a little time to just chill, you know, because it's like landing after landing after landing. You don't get a break. So that was a very good landing. That was, it wasn't quite on the center line, but
You're dragging the whole runway.
I don't know. Yeah, apparently maybe he's learning landings. But that was like the smoothest and the best flare I've ever seen out of you.
Oh yeah?
I mean, it was great. It was, you held the nose off. It just kissed the mains. That was good. I mean, that was a really, really good landing.
I feel good, you know?
Yeah, no, I think you're getting a lot more comfortable with the plane, and you don't let things get you as rattled, which is good. That was really good. That was a good job. I like that.
I like it too.
The other thing we haven't practiced much is like a go around. So if you ever feel like a landing, like let's say you bounce it, or let's say you just get down there at 5 feet off the deck and there's a big old gust of wind and you get completely cockeyed crooked, don't be afraid to just pour the coals to it and go around. Just to, you know.
We've had to do that a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
Skylane's
But
the 45 for 35 over
I know
the river.
it's hard because it is a little bit of a pride issue, but don't ever let it be like, oh man, I don't want to go around. You know, just go around, try it another round.
Left crosswind 35 Aurora, looking for
You know, some people, if they land at really, really windy places, just plan on going around. You know, and then just to drag the runway in and give it a shot and see what it's like.
Just to test it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then land the next one.
So if you're soloing or something like that, you do a landing and it's bad, just go around, give it another shot. Don't ever just be like, well, I don't have enough room to go around. No, unless you're landing in some like 1,000-foot long strip,
traffic, you got
enough room.
DC, what's your plan here?
We're just going to stay in the pattern and continue doing touch and goes.
I'm doing don't let your nose cross this line.
360, make some room for
So
you.
I guess, so when I'm on that side of the runway, I always want to be...
Dash across the
Alright, so we'll
yes.
make some room.
Yep. So
194.
there you go. So you always, this is a whole short line. So think of it, it's a one-way check valve. You can exit whenever you want, but you can't enter unless you make a call. And if you're at a tower control field, you cannot enter until you make a call, right?
Okay.
So it's a one-way door. You can go out, you're free to leave anytime you want, but you cannot go in until you
Skylane's missed approach, flying into the downwind, leaving the pattern to the south for Aurora State.
So I think we're clear here.
Yep, so there's somebody over there, but they're flying into the downwind, so I don't think they're a factor. So you're good, we'll just make a call and we'll stay in the pattern and we'll do another.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, exiting runway...
Departing
runway 35, Aurora.
Cool, alright. Nobody on final, good little look there.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 8340, uniform 10 miles to the north, inbound landing, 35 Aurora.
They look like they're just kind of floating around up there.
Yeah. Good, you're good.
Aurora area traffic, helicopter 4179 Tango is right base for the helipads, and we're going to stay east of the runway. Aurora State area traffic.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready to go.
Feet on the floor.
Aurora traffic,
Rock.
19194, 33, or 35, Aurora.
Nice. That was a great takeoff. That was great, man.
Yeah?
So smooth. You raised nose, you let it go on a wheelie a little while, and then when it flew away, it's funny because you didn't take off. You just raised the nose and it did it by itself. That's how they all should be.
So all the landing to take off, so the runway leaves us and it meets us.
Yes, exactly. Good job. That was a good one.
Thanks.
Aurora area traffic, helicopter 4179 Tango is on final to the helipads at Willamette Aviation, Aurora.
Sounds like I'm not the only student around today.
Yeah.
All of us babbling over the radio. Why aren't I doing 70?
Aurora traffic, that's 490-194, turning west base. Low approach, runway 35, low approach only, Aurora.
So that's what they're doing when they're doing low approach, they're just saying that...
I don't know what they're doing. I think he's just dragging the runway to get the student to learn how to land. That's just a guess, but yeah. So if you have an engine failure, what's the most likely cause in this airplane?
Alternator? Carburetor?
Carburetor.
traffic,
So it's probably a carburetor. You can pull that out. That would probably fix whatever your problem is.
Oh, because
All right, engine failure.
Okay.
So carby?
Carby.
Don't nosedive. Don't nosedive. Please don't do that.
Okay.
Good. Now, I would not add any flaps until you got the runway made.
Okay.
And now let's go ahead and pull it back to 70 miles an hour, all right? So trim, 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 trim. And then I'd probably turn right now, right? There's no point in being low.
Okay.
So I'd make your turn. Go right to 70 miles an hour. I got a call for you here. You're
Okay.
good.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, close in left base, runway 35, simulated engine out at Aurora.
So keep it right at 70, so trim that
Aurora
sucker up.
traffic, Skyhawk 8340 uniform, over the river on the 45,
Because why
left
70?
downwind 35, Aurora.
That would be the landing speed, but it's the optimal flight. It's the optimal glide speed.
Best glide, yep.
Yeah.
The most amount of ground covered for the amount of altitude that you give away. So good, this looks nice. So good, just keep an eye on the runway there. And now we'll use flaps if we need it. If we can land and not need flaps, that's all right.
Okay.
But if you need to add full flaps, you can do that too. So either one, and now make sure and hold your nose down when you turn. So I,
01 pop, turning a left base for 35.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 16058, short final 35 at Aurora, simulated engine out, Aurora.
so now don't get going too fast here on me. There you go, just relax, just chill, man. All right, and now I'd probably add like a notch of flaps.
1,002, 1,004.
Good, and you got it made.
Yeah.
No big deal.
We're at 70.
Aurora traffic, Cessna 172, Juliet Victor is 15 miles to the southwest. Maneuver for the 45 on runway 35, Aurora.
Aurora traffic, Trailblazer 01 pop, turn short final for 35 Aurora.
Wheat. All right.
Aurora traffic, Cessna
We got somebody
8340
behind us,
uniform
so
on
let's get those
45,
flaps
for
up.
left downwind 35.
Get in, just flaps up.
Aurora
Yep.
traffic,
Get back on the center line.
94, turning left downwind, runway 35, Aurora.
Very nice. That's no big deal.
Yeah.
But it's nice to come in a little high, right? Because you can always get rid of altitude, but you sure can't get it back, right?
Right.
Cool.